I travel back and forth between LA and New York a lot, and I told my mom, I was like, there's a good chance I may have to move to LA at some point. What would you do? She's like, I'm going with you. I'm like, you don't have to. I'm sure we could make long distance work. No mom and son have ever broken up from long distance. What does she think? I'm gonna move to LA, find another overbearing Jewish mom and start ghosting her all of a sudden? What is she afraid of? But I get it, she wants to be close to me, I get it. This is a true story. My junior high school, and college were all within 20 blocks of my apartment growing up. I feel like my childhood was like the movie The Truman Show. I'm like, Mom, what's past 96th Street? She's like, nothing, don't go there, you'll drown. You'll freaking drown. By the way, I could never move to LA because I'm 30 years old, never driven a car before. I've never even taken driving lessons. At this point in my life, it's less embarrassing for me to have lost my license because of a DUI than to have never gotten my license. Right? Because people always ask me, they're like, Eric, you really don't know how to drive? I'm like, of course I do. I'm just an alcoholic. I'm not a loser. I know how to drive. But I don't drive. And for a long time, I didn't drink. It sucks when you don't drink and don't have a license. Nobody wants you at their parties. Nobody gets excited. Nobody's like, yo, Eric's coming tonight. You know the guy who won't drink with us and can't drive any of us home? The dude who's freaking useless? He's coming. People always ask me, they're like, oh, you don't have a license because you grew up in New York, right? I'm like, no, I don't have a license because my mom doesn't want me to drive. That's why. She says I'm too distracted to be on the road. But she doesn't want me in anybody else's car because she doesn't know how well they drive. And she doesn't want me to take an Uber home because she doesn't want the Uber driver to have my home address. And she doesn't want me to ride a bike because she thinks the bike's gonna flip over, I'm gonna get hit by a car. But if I do ride a bike, I have to wear a helmet, but I can't make it too tight because the strap under my chin will choke me. It's very... I'm like, Mom, how am I supposed to get around? Just like run everywhere? She's like, no, that'll hurt your asthma. Don't do that either. Just stay in bed with the door locked and the window open and the oven off. By the way, I've been taking asthma medicine for 10 years. No idea if I have asthma. But every morning my mom wakes up and she's like, did you take an inhaler? So I just keep taking it on her prescription alone.